I'm here as you, as this may shock some of you, but I'm a descendant of white Europeans. And see, who I am, we're so individualistic. We try to pretend like everyone was born in a vacuum, but we're not. I was born into a history. And that history is part of who I am, and I still benefit from it. Okay, I'm a white guy. And I don't walk around feeling guilty about that. I don't think that children are held responsible for what their ancestors did. I don't feel guilty about it, but I do feel responsible to do what I can do in the present to begin to heal the rift that was created by this massive wound that happened in the past. I think we all are. To do what I can do. And I don't go around apologizing every day, but there are times where it's appropriate to you call out that ugliness, name it, and declare your intentions to move away from it. And so I, as a descendant of white Europeans who conquered this nation, I want to say to the non-whites that have been and continue to be affected by that I am so sorry for what my ancestors did. We came here and we slaughtered, sometimes engaging in genocide against Native Americans and breaking almost every treaty we ever made with them, putting them on smaller and smaller reservations, and dehumanizing them in a multitude of different ways. And for that, I am deeply sorry. We imported millions of Africans on ships, treating them worse than cattle, many of them not surviving the ships across the ocean, and then enslaved them, auctioned them off like cattle, separating husbands and wives and children and parents, breaking apart families, and then treating them in often absolutely subhuman ways you would not ever treat an animal. And this went on for hundreds and hundreds of years, and for that, I am truly, truly sorry. And for other groups that have been affected by the white conquest, I, as a representative of that lineage, I apologize. I'm sorry, and see, I'm just naming the ugliness of the past and now doing something that can begin to reverse that and bring healing to that. I had a lady last night come up to me, an African-American lady, and crying, just saying, I've never had a white person apologize to me before. And so there's a healing power in that. Now, if I imagine there's going to be some folks hearing this message, whether in the auditorium or on podcast, some white folks who are maybe thinking, well, there you go, bashing America again. There you go, bashing white people again. We also did a lot of good. We did a lot of good. We brought, the Christianity over here, and if it wasn't for that, these folks wouldn't be Christian right now, and we did just a lot of positive things, and sometimes the evil that we did was exaggerated, and the black folks they helped sell those slaves. One tribe would capture another and sell them to us, so they have some responsibility there. And the Native Americans, they were already slaughtering each other, And if there's any kind of thinking like that, I just want to, in love, help you see that you are missing the point. You're completely missing the point. And encourage you to explore why there would be that defensiveness. Maybe you're getting life from the fact that you're white. Why do you feel the need to protect anything? If your life is in Christ, you're free to just go ahead and let it be what it is. See, and it's not the good things that my ancestors did that caused wounds today. So, yeah, I don't feel the need to put a best possible spin on it. I don't want to make it worse than it was, but certainly don't want to make it better than it was. It is what it is. And yeah, there's good, but it's the evil that was done that causes the rift, that causes the wounds, that causes the ongoing racism that festers to this day. So we got to name that. That's what we name, and that's what we've got to remove ourselves from. And so saying I'm sorry is an appropriate starting point for all that. We've got to be a people who are about being real. I just heard on the TV yesterday, this white guy, God bless him, he's naive, but he says, it's time to get over this now. It's time to move on. Well, it's easy for you to say, but the folks that are still negatively impacted by it, there's no moving on, they're in it. And you don't get to say when it's time to move on,